Ethiopians were celebrating the victory of Adwa when the police targeted those civilians unprovoked. Honestly, I don't even understand why the police would do that at a place and time where people are celebrating the victory of Adwa. For those of you who don't know, the victory of Adwa is the date where Ethiopians won the battle. Italians tried to colonize Ethiopia in 1896. Ethiopians won that war. They kicked out Italy. They were victorious, so that's why it is celebrated every year on that specific date. Ethiopians celebrate the victory of Adwa because we would have been colonized if everybody didn't come and conquer the colonizers. So I don't understand why the Ethiopian police would want to stop people from celebrating the victory. I don't understand, and a lot of people are sharing that confusion as to why this even happened. We always celebrate every year, and now the police are targeting civilians for no good reason. This is not right, and at the end of the day, the government need to be held accountable. The police is under the government. The police only acts if the government allows it. If they act against the government, now the government will have to swoop in and do something about it. Civilians should not lose their lives because they're celebrating a war that our ancestors won. Like, how is the government allowing this to happen?
The Battle of Adwa is a moment of pride in Ethiopian history. Then Ethiopian forces defeated the Italian army trying to invade from the north in 1896. Waving flags and chanting patriotic slogans, Ethiopians gathered in Addis Ababa on Thursday to celebrate the 127th anniversary of the Battle of Adwa. President Wongel Zelalem and her entourage joined the masses, where many donned the national dress. The Ethiopian victory prevented Italy from expanding its empire into the Horn of Africa. 10 years earlier in Berlin, European powers had divided up the majority of the African continent amongst themselves. Ethiopia was the only African country not colonized by a European power as a result of the victory, leaving it as one of the few nations to remain free of the influence of Western colonization.
This is not right, and this is a history that should never be erased, because this was not just a victory for Ethiopia. This was a victory for everywhere in Africa, because after word got out that an African country won against a colonizer, it started trouble for other colonizers in other African countries. So definitely, this is not a history we're willing to let go or bury. We are going to celebrate it, and we are going to teach it. The police needs to be held accountable for what they have done to those civilians.